to the PFTC podcast. This is Mbali, your host, and I am with our chairperson, Mr. Tebogo Kwape.
Hello, everyone.
Hey. So we are here with another episode of PFTC Latest. And the latest news just came out this morning. We have a newsletter out, newsletter number 65 of 2025, right? It's called the SASSETA Skills Program. It's about the SASSETA Skills Program. So, Mr. Kwape, can you tell us more about that skills program? What's happening there?
Okay, so let me just take you back a bit. There has been a skills program that's been developed by SASSETA with regard to firearm. The process that began last year relates to handgun business and handgun private. Now, the process as we left it, because we were in attendance of the workshops, there was a document that had not necessarily been finalized, that we had still hoped to side off and perhaps not critique as such, but assess and assist in finally coming up with a
Quality assurance.
Quality document, a document that will be quite beneficial to the public, because there obviously has to be a good document. I'm not saying it's a bad document, but so that's where we were.
Yeah.
We've always known that there would be other firearms that would also be workshopped for ultimate development, etc. Now, firearm handgun has been finally developed. Now, the second invite that we received was with regard to shotgun. This was last week on Wednesday and Thursday. We sent representatives to attend those workshops, obviously in support of the skills program, and obviously as stakeholders that would like to see a product that is quite beneficial to the public, that is very much in line with set policies and legislation, etc. Because a certain standard is required of a final document that needs to be produced, obviously to benefit the public, not just about any document. Now, when our representatives attended, they were quite shocked. We were quite shocked to discover that, in fact, private and handgun business were actually approved. Now, obviously, we were not happy chappies as a result of hearing that, and we were concerned that we had not obviously been involved in other processes which may have actually gotten underway. We don't know. Perhaps there have been other processes, we don't know. Maybe they were not, but I don't know. We're in the dark. And you'll understand from where we come as the quality assurance of qualification 50480 to be in the dark with regard to the skills program that relates to firearms. So that's where we are, unfortunately, with regard to that. Yeah, our concern is mainly that anything that has to do with firearms, because we're the primary currently quality assurer based on a delegation and a court order, that whatever else comes out has to be a certain standard, a certain level. And that's basically that, because there's a public safety issue with regard to firearms. We've done very well, I must say, as a South African public, based on the function that and the role that we've taken. And we don't want that standard to actually degrade into something else. So that's basically that, that's been a concern. But I think the most important thing is we continue to engage with our partners, the QCTO and SASSETA, to just obviously get to a point where there is enough comprehension of exactly what's happening. If there's some sort of a contribution that we can make, we're able to actually do that contribution.
That's right.
And so that's basically where we are. We come prepared to assist where we can assist. We come prepared with, but obviously with the proviso that we are in the know of exactly where we are with the process, etc. But at this stage, we're unfortunately in the dark, and there isn't much that you can actually update our the industry
on.
with, on industry on, because we're very much in the dark. And then I know for a fact, and we know that there's a lot of, there's a particular level of panic that's within the industry, because this is happening, we don't know, and we have to obviously report back to industry, and then there isn't much that we can report back on due to the fact that we're in the dark. So that's the unfortunate position that we're in.
Okay, so from what I understand, and I'm going to phrase this in a way that questions, as an answer to the questions that have been posed to me prior.
No, ladies.
To,
Yes. Yeah.
In a way that addresses, well, you've addressed the questions, right? But I've received some questions. I think, to put it in layman's terms, right? People have asked, is SASSETA taking over now all of a sudden? Because they've seen this newsletter. So what you have said, this is not the qualification
440, yes.
It is a skills program.
Yes.
And then the other question is, are we now fighting with SASSETA again because they want to do a skills program and whatnot? And your answer to this question is, I'm putting it in layman's terms, we're not fighting. We are the delegated quality assurer.
Yes.
We want to be involved in making sure that this skills program upholds the qualities of not necessarily PFTC,
a certain level of quality,
that has been set by the Firearms Control Act, by the
all regulations,
all the regulatory bodies, with regards to this. So it's a matter of not necessarily a tiff between this body and that body.
Yeah.
It's let's make sure we work together to present the public with something that is wholly beneficial
to the public.
So we don't want to take your skills program away, SASSETA. We're just saying, let's communicate as we have been communicating with you before. With other stuff.
This is what we do, because we are a delegate of this quality assurance function. We report regularly to the QCTO.
To the QCTO,
Now we're not fighting with anyone, but where there's a need for us to get some sort of clarity, and then we're not getting it, obviously we need to do certain things to actually get there. Now, it's not a fight for anything. If there's a partnership that can be formed with regard to the existence of a qualification, quality skills program and a qualification, that's perfect. Whatever hands, in addition to the existing hands that are on deck now, we can get, as long as it benefits the public, that's perfect. But when there isn't industry involvement and participation, you must remember that there's key industry players who benefit all these processes. You've got quite a number of very knowledgeable, very experienced and very skilled people in industry that you want to partake in this. If you don't involve them, you don't benefit from the quality that exists.
There might be some loopholes.
Exactly. So now our concern is there is this industry that has this expertise that is not necessarily properly consulted, that is not properly benefiting what is being developed, and that's going to obviously result in a problem. So that's basically where we are. That's basically our grab. It's not about fighting. Maintaining or fighting. No, we're not interested in that. Anything that adds to
and benefits
the public, that's where we are. So in short, this is meant to obviously update the public in terms of what's happening, and it's limited to what we unfortunately know, and we can't inform over and above this. That's all we know. And also to try and say to the public, do not panic. We are trying to do as best as we can to actually get as much as we can in terms of information and hear and understand, etc. We're still engaging, and then we'll see how far. Whatever else we can get in this process of engagement, we will get back and inform the public. That's basically where we are.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. That is your PFT latest with Mbali Zulu and Mr. Tebogo Kwape.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.